In 1985, Iran and Iraq were at war, as we can probably remember, but at the time Iran was trying to make a deal with the United States to buy arms from us. And at the time Reagan was president, and he had his national security advisor by the name of Robert McFarlane. Robert McFarlane wanted to get approval from Reagan for this, and he tried to persuade and sell the idea to Reagan that we should do this because not only will it improve relations with Iran, but there's a potential to improve relations with Lebanon, which in turn would give the United States an opportunity to have more influence in the Middle East. Reagan he wasn't interested in this at all. Actually, the thing that came to his mind was, I want to release those American hostages. That's what's important to me. The problem with this was a huge part of Reagan's campaign was based on he wasn't going to negotiate with terrorists, and he was very popular because he was honest. And if he did this deal, there's a very good chance that that could totally tarnish his credibility. He would have no more ethos. And so the plan went in motion because the president was on the side, of course. If the president's on board, of course it's going to go. And by the time that it got actually discovered, more than 1,500 missiles had already been sent to Iran, which really made a lot of people feel uncomfortable, and they were angry. And after, there was a Lebanese newspaper, Al Sharad, who exposed them in November of 1986, I believe. And Reagan went on television and denied everything. And a week later retracted the statement, saying that the deal was not a weapons for hostage trade. It wasn't a weapons for hostage trade. And he kind of tried to sell the fact that he wasn't trying to do something bad. He actually had good intentions in what he was doing. It just turned out bad. And with the American people, that just doesn't really work out. I mean, if you screw up, you screw up. So, while all of this is going on, a man by the name of Edwin Meese had been poking and prodding around and find out that actually only 12 million of the 30 million that was supposed to be paid had actually reached the government coffers. And that's when Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North actually, he basically took the blame. He said, I was actually diverting funds from the arms sale to the Contras, and John Poindexter actually knew about it, and I thought that Reagan was okay with it. Like, I thought that was okay. I guess I assumed. So Poindexter resigned for obvious reasons, and Ollie North was fired for obvious reasons. But this whole thing wasn't done. The press had been hounding Reagan because of this, because they wanted to know, was he a part of it? Did he have knowledge of it? Did he say it was okay? And if he didn't have any knowledge of it, then how could something so big, a huge thing going on, how could that miss his radar? And his argument was basically that there was an investigation done by Reagan-appointed Tower Commission, and it was determined that Reagan had disengagement from the management from the White House. And because of that, it kind of left room for a possibility of a diversion. And the funds for the Contras, and there was no evidence, basically. So he basically said, you got no evidence on me, nothing's tying me to this, so I had nothing to do with it. When that's probably not exactly how it went. And I don't think very many people believed him. I think most people probably say, yeah, Reagan probably knew about that. So that's pretty much the whole scandal. That's pretty much what happened with the Iran-Contras.